Bonjour and welcome to a new unboxing video. And yes, I know I had said that I probably wouldn't be talking about the McFarlane Superpowers Superman movie wave, but in fact I can't really resist talking about it, so here it is. So it is the McFarlane DC Superpowers Superman movie wave that's just out. I mean, it's out nearly everywhere, except there seems to be some issues with stock from McFarlane.com at the moment, but I'm sure it's going to be resolved very quickly. Anyway, so we've got 5 figures in this wave. We do have Metamorpho. It looks absolutely huge. We do have Guy Gardner Green Lantern. We do have, of course, Superman. We have Ultraman, and last but not least we've got Mr. Terrific. So 5 figures in the wave. There is actually a 6th figure which is included in the Fortress of Solitude playset by McFarlane. It's the gold label version, because there's 2 versions of the Fortress of Solitude. The non-gold label version, meaning gold label is basically the one that has that little flashy logo in the corner. The gold label version of the Fortress has a Superman robot, you know, the Kalex, I think it's Kalex, the robot you see in the trailer. So it does have it. The regular version of the Fortress doesn't have the robot, which is a bit of a shame. And I'm actually surprised that they didn't put it out as single carded, because it would be a very good army builder, because it just changed stickers and you get different numbers, you get different robots. But well, anyway, I'm not McFarlane, so I can't understand why they didn't go that way. That would have been what I would have done if I had been in charge of a superpowers line. Oh, that would be actually a great thing. But anyway, let's talk superpowers. Let's talk about this wave. So the first, it is wave 12. There's been a huge amount of confusion about wave 11, wave 12, wave 13. Last time I thought that the cyborg wave was wave 13, but instead it is wave 11, even though it's been released after wave 12. So there is no wave 13. Wave 11 is the cyborg wave and not the crowdfunding character that everybody thought was wave 11. And this is wave 12. It gets very complicated, but anyway, we don't really care much, because they don't even say that it's a wave. It's wave 12 on the packaging anymore. So wave 12, so you do have the packaging. It's the regular Superpowers packaging, except you realize here that the card is torn, so that it can reveal the Superman logo. In the back it's about the same. You do have, of course, all the characters up to, and that's where it gets confusing. You've got everyone up to wave 12, but you don't have wave 11. I mean, you see what I mean? That's how confusing it is. So you've got all the characters, well, most of them, and you do have, of course, the playset of the Fortress of Solitude and the T-Craft for Mr. Terrific, which will also be available in 2 versions, one with the figure and one without the figure. But that's for another story, another video probably. Anyway, that's about it for the packaging. Otherwise, it's really what we're used to with Superpowers. But here you go. This is Mr. Terrific. It's a great figure. It really is a great figure. The sculpt is absolutely fantastic. You do have the jacket is a soft plastic, and you do have the little logo on his edge which says JG for the Justice Gang, because no, it's not the Justice League, it's Justice Gang. That's probably a reason. I haven't seen the movie yet, but that's probably a reason why they're the Justice Gang and not the Justice League. Maybe some copyright reason by the real Justice League. That's my theory, at least. So here we go. He looks absolutely brilliant, but he does have his fair play on his arm. Looks really cool. Very nice. What does terrific, of course. I had problems reading the back. And you do have, of course, as usual with superpowers, you've got 7 points of articulation, which are the knee, the hip, the shoulder, and the head. So here we go. That's the first one. And he looks really good. I really like him. Very good version of Mr. Terrific. Then we are going to see Ultraman. I mean, we don't know much about Ultraman. He seems to be, of course, an antagonist, one of the villains, but we don't know about who he is or what he is. I mean, it definitely doesn't look like the Ultraman we know from the comic book, with an equivalent of Superman in an evil universe. So I don't think that's the case. Probably going to be something different. I'm not going around. What do they say actually? What do they say? A mysterious and powerful foe working for Luthor Corp. Well, you see, even they don't say anything about the character. So other than that, other than the front, the back is the same as the other figures. So let's go directly to the opening. So here you go. That's actually a very good figure. It's very dark, so as a result, because it's very dark, you don't really see that much all the details, but there are some very good paint details. Same thing. I mean, it's going to, let me see. Yes, I can see one thing that I can see is that he is actually taller than Mr. Terrific, so it might be that they're using that Superman sculpt that's slightly off in scale that they've used already in the past. So here we go. Once again, it's a good figure. It really is a good figure. I have no problem with that. We'll open Superman now because, of course, that's what we want. We want Superman. Interestingly, of course, you do have the costume, Superman costume in the back. It does say that is Superman, blah, 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 Clark Kent, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the usual. And of course, because he's got a cape, the cape is stuck in the plastic, which is the thing that I really find annoying. Because, I mean, how much plastic? Look, you do have the plastic front, then you do have this bit here, then you do have this. That's a huge amount of, and of course, as usual, the cape stays stuck in the plastic. So that's really, I mean, I wish that McFarlane would stop doing that, but it's okay. We're used to it. So here we go. We do have Superman here. So he looks really cool. I do like the face sculpt is actually pretty cool. It does look like Corin Sweat, even though in a more animated form, I suppose. And he's got he's got the curl, which is really cool. Of course, it's using Superman sculpt that we've already seen. It does have the Superman logo on his cape, and it is of course the movie Superman logo. And if I'm to compare, I have a feeling that is actually, it's interesting because that's the difference. I was expecting the sculpts to be the same, but they are not the same. So maybe it's the Batman sculpt that they use for that. I don't know, but it's definitely something that they reused. But it's not the same sculpt as Superman. So let's give him his cloak back. He looks really cool. I do like it. It's a shame that they didn't put a crypto, but what can you do? I mean, you can always use the one from Spin Master, because the one from Spin Master is actually a pretty good match for Superman. So the Spin Master one could be actually a way to get your crypto, since McFarlane isn't giving us a crypto for superpower. So here you go, that's the third one of the wave. Then we've got Guy Gardner, Green Lantern. So same thing. Nah, they don't say anything interesting or any spoiler. We're going to open it. Of course, it's the same packaging, except there is an image of Green Lantern. Here we go. It looks really cool. I do like, once again, the sculpt is really cool. I mean, it really has this 1980s Keith Giffen, DeMatteis, Justice League International look, where when Guy Gardner was a complete nut job and a bit very stupid. So it really goes back to this version of the character that they're using in the movie from what we've been seeing in the trailer. So that's really a cool one. Interestingly enough, I am pretty sure that here they are sharing the body. There's just the belt, because of course they're using the same uniform, so it wouldn't make sense that they would be using the same body. Do they have... No. At least the arms are different, because of course Guy Gardner has his ring to his hand, whereas when you look at Mr. Terrific, I'm just checking, yeah, if you look at Mr. Terrific on his right hand, there is no ring that I could see, so at least they've changed that. But it looks really cool. It's a very nice figure. I love the deco. It's, well, not much to say really. It's a good superpower figure. And now we've got the last one, and the last one, which is surprisingly big. So Metamorpho, it's massive. It really is massive. If I'm comparing to Superman, I mean, he is much bigger than Superman. So that's a surprising way of representing him. Maybe there's a reason in the movie. Maybe in the movie it's this huge guy. I don't know, but it's a bit odd that it look. I mean, if you're comparing to Green Lantern, it's even more visible. So it's a huge guy. Once again, of course, he's got his 7 point of articulation. Yeah, just 7 point of articulation, but he looks really cool. I really like it. I mean, I'm very happy with this wave. It would have been nice to have had an old girl or Lex Luthor or a Crypto, but that's fine, really. I mean, it's already strange that they're doing a movie wave in the superpowers line, but I think it's actually a strong wave. And then we still have two vehicles to come, which are the T craft from Mr. Terrific and in the Fortress of Solitude playset. As I said earlier, both exist in two versions, one with figure, one without figure, and the one with figure is always the gold label version. So, but here you go, that's the Superman wave with Metamorpho, Superman, Mr. Terrific, Ultraman, and Green Lantern. So that's really cool. And now we've got all of the superpowers waves. We don't know yet if there is another wave coming after 11 and 12. But since Mattel is getting the DC license back next year, it's quite possible that it is the last one. At least nothing has been teased about continuing the superpowers line, which is a bit of a shame, because even though, if you remember the first time I spoke about it, I wasn't too sure about it, and but it's grown on me to the point that I recollected the whole of the superpowers. I was missing a few pieces from the old superpowers from the 80s, and I completed the collection, and I think that it goes fantastically well with the 1980s Kenner superpowers. So here we go, everything is out you can find it everywhere. I mean, it's out everywhere in the world at present. And I will speak to you again soon. And I promise that the next one won't be DC superpowers. Bye.